So I was saying that the last quarter of the year is usually charged with a lot of positive energy. Well, one can attribute this to the festivals that come in close succession. But for me, the festivity in the air is all about preparing for the Friends of Sparsha event. Apart from the annual Joy of Learning event, a glimpse that you did get to see a few minutes back if you joined in early, is this other event that fills my heart with happiness. We've been running the Friends of Sparsha event for the last 7 years, starting in 2014, and this is our eighth edition, or the eighth event that we are having. So I request Mrs. Lakshmi Rajshekar to welcome all of you to our Friends of Sparsha event. Lakshmi ma'am, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Mahalakshmi. This is Lakshmi Ravishankar here, wishing you all a very pleasant evening. And Swagata Bengaluru, with immense joy and pride, on behalf of Sparsha, I welcome you all to this 8th edition of Sparsha's annual event, Friends of Sparsha. I think this year we are extremely honored to have Padma Shri awardee, Mr. K.Y. Venkatesh, who is a para-athlete from Karnataka, and a lot of our corporate supporters, well-wishers, volunteers, without whose support, it would be difficult for a large-scale social sector organization to function. And of course, to all our viewers who have joined us from India and also across the globe. Once again, a warm welcome to you, all of you, from the family of Sparsha. A quick word about the event, about this program rather. During this 90 minutes event, we will take you through the various facets of our activities and also update you on all our future plans. I can definitely assure you that this is going to be educative, informative, and also very entertaining. Before we inaugurate the event, I would humbly request you all to stay tuned till the end to listen to the motivational talk by Mr. Venkatesh and also foot tapping performances of the children of Sparsha who need all your support and encouragement. Once again, we all thank you for your presence.
Thank you, Lakshmi ma'am, for welcoming all of us. It indeed is a moment of pride for all of us to be here. And this song of Sparsha is also sung by the children of Sparsha and composed by one of our very dear core team members, who is known as a problem solver amongst the children. So he's always with a smile and a problem solver, prefers to stay in the background. And today too, he is staying behind the scenes and working through, Mr. Shashidhar Kotian. We have a couple of other people joining us here who have been longtime supporters and huge supporters of Sparsha. So I welcome Mr. Ankit Jain, the co-founder of Moonfrog Labs. And also there is Mr. Keshav joining us from Ishita Media. Thank you so much for joining. So a few weeks back, when I was interacting with the children, they were grilling me and wanting to know who inspires me. While I said what came to my mind, I was thinking about it for a long time. To know the little children and to see them grow as responsible adults speaks volume of what Sparsha has been able to do to them. And as Nelson Mandela once said, it always seems impossible until it is done. And that to me is how Sparsha always seems. A decade back, it seemed impossible for Sparsha to have its own center and to see the children flourish. This has not only been made possible through the supporters that we have, but we've also seen our children flourish. While I'm sure most of us present here are aware of Sparsha in some form or shape, I'm still requesting Gopinath to give us a quick glimpse of the Sparsha's journey, as the organization is not only growing, but also adapting to cater to the current needs of the society. You'll also get to hear from some of our early students who are now responsible citizens.
It's a great privilege for all of us. This Friends of Sparsha, we initiated in 2014. One of our major prime supporter and core member, Mr. Andrew Turner, he initiated this Friends of Sparsha. From that to now, we are conducting regularly every year. And behind that, I have a 4 minutes time to talk about Sparsha, how this 10 years journey could able to make changes in the society. It's a great privilege for me that many people here who are with me from last 10 years, and I am blessed to have you all in my life. So mainly in 2005, one of my friend DS Krishna and another 4 friends, we started this organization while doing our masters in social work. There was a lot of many times we used to think why children are in the streets, why children are begging, why children are in rack picking, why children are in child labor. There was a lot of questions arriving in while doing our masters. That's why we kept a name of Sparsha. Sparsha means to touch. It's a counseling aspect. While doing our masters, there was a counseling subject. We were thinking, I think through counseling we can make changes of entire world. We can create happiness. We can create or we can solve all the families' problem. So then we started this Sparsha name, and with a vision of creating a society free of exploitation of children and having completely for children free society, for the everything for the children. So having a objective of because we saw many children in streets near RMCR, sleeping in the RMCR, sleeping in the market, sleeping in the railway station. So then we started, why can't we create a home for this kind of children, and then their life will change. So that's why from the beginning to now, we started this organization in a small cow shed in 2009. That is for 5 to 10 children, that is for quarry working children. That was every time it used to go in my mind, if you create a good environment for children, they will grow in a good level. So that's why we are having an objective of creating a home. Now we are creating a home for nearly around 800 children now. So I think these all from cowshed to 800 children in 10 years. This all happened in our life. I don't know how it has happened because of all your trust and belief on me. And also there is because child rights also is very important in the society. We want to focus on that and strengthening children in self-confidence and skill development, and also providing strengthening society about this kind of children issues. I think you can see every day in the newspaper, many children are abused, many children are sexually abused, many children are getting child marriages, many challenges are there. That's why we need to aware the community and create awareness in the community. So that's what, having all this objective, we created this trust. So and then with regard to that, our main focus is child protection in this organization, child care and skill development. These three are our main objective in the initial, from the beginning to now. With regard to that, we started initially going to slums, going in the railway station, identifying children, rescuing children, rehabilitating children. Then after some time, by 2015, Karnataka government and state national government identified Sparsha as a nodal organization for child helpline. And we are running a child helpline in Bangalore rural district and also Kolar. Just imagine, every year nearly 1,500 cases we are rescuing in through 2 child helplines. And also among these, child marriages from last 2 years, child marriages are increased like anything. So there is around 280 child marriages we stopped from last one year. So this is all because of a lot of challenges. So that's why we started child helpline. We have started working with child helpline, and residential homes are our prime objectives. Initially, there was 6 child homes. Now there is 5 homes are there with Sparsha. We rescue children from streets and from any level and provide them 12 months bridge education, then enroll them into our centers, and also enroll them to schools. Like this, from 2009 to now, more than 10,000 children could able to get our facilities and enroll to schools. And we were facing a lot of problem to retain children in our centers. Then we realized that why the children could not able to stay in. There is some migrant families, because they had to take care of younger children. Because of that, the elder children. Then what we started, then we started creating a small contact points in the slums, wherever these 10 to 15 children are not going to school and construction site. Now that has become a mobile crushes in Bangalore. and Tumkur, Chikballapur. We started with one. Now 22 mobile crushes are there. There is around 1,500 children are getting support through these mobile crushes. And we are also planning to scale up. This is a wonderful model which is being succeeded. Now we wanted to scale up the centers, around 500 centers across Karnataka, and get provide every child complete support. And also then we are working with, we are started adopting a government school, developing complete infrastructure, education, everything through our model. This is a successful model now. Toyota company is supporting in many places, and many other companies also supporting. Now we want to scale up. This is up to 100 across Karnataka, wherever there is not a reachable area. So 2009-10, we saw that we don't had any library. That was my dream. So I have kept my around 50 books in a small place and kept a library. Name is Nanamitra. So now that is become around 40,000 books across our centers. We have library, and our children enjoy reading library books. And I think you are going to see in January children reading more than 200 books and 300 books like that. That is what the library power. And We Care for You, I think that is being initiated recently in June 2021 June. That you will see in the next slide with one of our colleagues. They are going to explain everything. And yes, youth and women empowerment is another aspect too. Slowly we started growing in the line from 10 children to thinking on multiple aspects. So Youth School 2015 we started this, because my children started going to school, colleges, and dropping out from colleges because of their lack of education, because the children were never had an opportunity to be in the schools. So then what happened, they were facing a lot of difficulty and dropping out from colleges and schools. Then we started this youth skill development for 50 children of our own children. Now it has been, we have 3 centers. Every year around 400 children youth are getting training. So then also we thought getting children from streets and people who are sleeping in the streets, urban homeless people, and many old age people, senior citizen people. Then we wanted to get their children to our center. Then the parents told, sir, if you take our children, how can we live? Then we started thinking, okay, we need to create some home for these people. Then we created urban homeless home at Bangalore. Now it is around more than 600 people are got a benefit through this, and we are also scaling up around 300 bedded home at Mulbagal at present. And then and one more women lead program is a wonderful program. It is initiated in 2019 in the pandemic time. In the pandemic, many people lost their jobs, and women were struggling. Street women, that is especially street vendor women, and they had to take care of their family. Then we started a small support to these women, strengthening financial literacy and their business knowledge, and supporting them financially, connecting them for loans. Now it has become, we started with 100, now around 300 women are getting benefit. Now this model we are wanted to scale up to Karnataka, entire Karnataka. And there is Avani, which is very favorite project, Avani Women. Women we treat as Avani. There is, I think you can see in the streets, many women are in the streets, pregnant women, lactating mothers, and in the construction sites, many places, they are facing a lot of deficiency with nutrition and a lot of lack of knowledge about their health care and food requirements also. Then one of our donor, Mr. Surin, he started this support with 50 people. Now around 200 women are getting monthly rations of around 1,500 health kit and nutrition kit. Then recently, Annadata Sukhi Bhava, like that, we have started one more thing. One of our board member, Mr. Murthy sir, he started this movement, and we are targeting to reach around 5,000 people. It's because many people who are also suffering nowadays also to have 3 time meal. We have did a survey in some of the villages. In each village, we found at least 2 to 3 families who are suffering without 2 time meals. So that's why we started this Annadata Sukhi Bhava, aiming to reach at least 5,000 people. So other than that, we are also reached more than 20,000 people through social entitlements, providing welfare, government welfare schemes from last 10 years. And also around 5,000 migrant labor families got benefited through this, our mobile 100 crushes in Bangalore. And last year pandemic, around 11,000 families through Ajim Premji Foundation, many corporates, we have given a ration kits and nutrition kit to around 11,000 families, and more than 20,000 families could able to get benefited through this organization from last 10 years, with a small vision of supporting 5 children. My friends, I don't know how all this happened in my journey of around 10 years. So, and all this is, yes, of course, my children are every year, they'll be in the newspapers and media because of their good score and good growth in the 10th standard and colleges. That's our achievement, because these children never enrolled to school, never gone to school, they were dropped out from school, they don't had any opportunities. Such kind of children now scoring good marks and being in a top level, that is a big strength to me and the organization. So also many children who are traveled across India with Kailash Satyarthi, Nobel laureate, and for Bharat Yatra and 2016-17 from Kanyakumari to Delhi, because we wanted to make our children to enjoy all facilities and all the opportunities they should get. And many children are studying in a top level institutions like Manipal University, Rewa University, Bangalore University, the top level institutions our children are studying now, because all this is happening because of your trust and support to me. Thank you very much to all the team.
Each one of our supporters have been playing a special role in Sparsha's success. And it's just like little drops of water making a mighty ocean. We do have such supporters amongst us today here, and I'll request Raghavan sir to introduce a few of them.
Thank you, Mahalakshmi. As the convener of this year's Friends of Sparsha event, I want to add to my bit to welcome everybody who's joined this evening. I know that it's not exactly the best place to be in on a Saturday evening in India, or 6 o'clock in the morning in Austin, or similar timing late in the evening in Shanghai. We have people joining from Austin, Shanghai, Vienna, and many other places, apart from hundreds of supporters from within India. So we can't thank you enough. Your joining the program itself is a phenomenal support for Sparsha and the activities. Things like this keep us going all along. As you can imagine, all that Sparsha is doing cannot be done by just a few people. It takes a lot of people and many, many good hearts to be able to do the kind of activities that we're doing. In the process, Sparsha has been extremely lucky to have many, many supporters of all kinds, just like Mahalakshmi said. And many of the supporters, donors, volunteers of all kinds have over time actually blurred the thin line between being an outsider of Sparsha to all the way into Sparsha. If you look around, people who are right now in Sparsha, as a part of Sparsha, they all started off at one point of time as volunteers. Over time, we are no longer able to distinguish between people who are actually working for Sparsha and those who started as volunteers and supporters for Sparsha. That is the beauty of the children. That is the beauty and the power of the concept of Sparsha that we are all living by. There are very many, very big supporters who have borne a phenomenal load of moving Sparsha from one place to another. And many of them have actually told us not to refer to their names while we are acknowledging. But there are some people whose requests for not naming them, we affectionately want to overturn and we want to acknowledge at this point of time. Let me invite Mr. Rajendra Hinduja, Managing Director of Gokuldas Exports Limited. Gautam, if you can please spotlight him. Mr. Hinduja, one of the driving forces not only for Gokuldas Exports, but also for Sparsha. He entered Sparsha in 2013. Since then, he has become our patron donor, a teacher, a mentor, and a great supporter. I want to add that Mr. Hinduja, apart from all the support that he always gives us, he is like the underwriter for Sparsha. Whenever we take in any program and we don't know exactly how the whole resource mobilization is going to happen, he always stands behind us and says, don't worry, get it started. He is there to support us, and right enough, we'll always get support, and he is always standing there to bridge any gap morally and financially. He's always been a supporter. And among the most important support that he has given, I should add that he is the main cause of creating an institution that Sparsha is. When we were all disorganized, he is the one who advised Gopi to create an institution. And today what you are seeing is a result of initial thoughts given by Mr. Hinduja. Mr. Hinduja, we cannot thank you enough. We would like you to just say a few words if you don't mind.
Raghavan, thanks very much. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Friends, first of all, thanks for all those good words which I don't deserve. I just did a very little bit here and there, and just to give a small support, and I think you are magnifying it in a very big way. That's not very good, but still, nevertheless, I wish to add a few sentences only. That I am involved in a few trusts in Bangalore and other parts of India, but I must say the most satisfying job and involving myself in Sparsha has given me a lot of satisfaction and pleasure. This is a place where I always have my heart, and to see unwanted children, unfamilied children getting a family, getting the love, getting the shelter, putting them on track. Earlier they were used and abused, if I may use the word, and now they are growing into very, very good citizens, which everybody would like to have. I have an admiration for Sparsha, and my only wish is that we should replicate this model in other towns of Karnataka and thereafter to other parts of India. This is a role model which we have made. I am not just trying to praise people who because they're across my iPad, but hats off to Gopi and the entire team. I'm not naming individuals. Superb job. Keep it up. God is there, and every karma is registered with God. Thank you very much for involving me in Sparsha.
Thank you. And I do agree and echo with everything that everyone has said here. It's truly an inspiration for all of us. Gopinath is an inspiration for all of us. So we've had a lot of serious talk right now, and you've heard from some of our former students and our supporters. It's definitely time for us to sit back and enjoy a little performance by the current children of Sparsha.
Come on now, follow my lead. Come on now, follow my lead. Gama bala, gama, gama bala, gama esa. Gama bala, gama, gama bala, gama esa. Mapani pa gama, gama bala, gama esa. Za 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 za, gama basa, gama. I'm in love with your body. Follow my lead.
Ta drum num ta drum ta dhalam kutak ko da da ta drum ta ka drum ta kita ta da ta drum ta tanum ta rum ta kita ta 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 dim ta ta da jum ta ta nam ta ta rum ta ga dim ta kida kida angida kida 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 dim ta tarikida kida ta jum dim da ta ta jum nam da ta ta jum tam ta kida dana ta da tangida kida tarikida kida dim ta tarikida kida ta jum dim da kida kida jum jum da kida da jum da jum jum da kida ta jum kida kida tarikida kida dum ta ni ta 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 dana ta ta Taritata, tarigidata, taritata, danatata, jum, tarita, danata, tarigidata, tarigidata, ta, jum, dim, datata, jum, nam, dakatagita, jum, ta, dim, tum, nam, tatangidata, tarigidata, danatata, danatata, tarigidata, danatata, danatata, dim, taritata. Danatata, tadita, danata, danata, tangidata, tarigidata, tadim, tarigidata, tadim, tarigidata, tadim, tarigidata, tadim, tarigidata, jum, tarigidata, tangidata, tarigidata, dingidata, tarigidata, tongidata, tarigidata.
Wasn't that a fabulous, energizing event by the children? We have so many joining us here, and I will do injustice if I do not call out like a few people that have already joined in. While each one is special for us, I am just taking a moment to recognize the presence of Mr. Ishwar from Toyota Kirloskar Motors and Mr. Sudhir from Trimble. Thank you for joining us. Please do enjoy the session and be with us through the rest of the event as well. A few years back, we had an event that was organized at IBM, where we had children from many NGOs participate. The children of Sparsha were there too and had come in without wearing footwear. So people there were pitying the children of Sparsha for not being able to afford footwear. However, the children of Sparsha looked at it so differently. They saw children from another NGO put up a wonderful dance performance. These children from the other NGO did not have the gift of sight. And I overheard our Sparsha children discussing amongst themselves on how fortunate they were to be able-bodied with no limitation to achieve what they set out to do. And were thinking of sharing this back with their friends at the center. And so today, a day after the International Day of Disabled Persons, we have one such gifted personality among us. And I request Mrs. Lakshmi Rajshekar to introduce our keynote speaker.
It's my great privilege to be introducing Padma Shri K.Y. Venkatesh. So, I mean, frankly speaking, he needs no introduction, especially the way our Honorable President of India came down the steps to honor him with the award. And I think I wouldn't be doing any justice by saying a few words. But I would just like to, I'll be happy to list out a few of his achievements and honors which he has received both in India as well as overseas. Venkatesh represented India at the first International Paralympic Committee IPC Athletics World Championships at Berlin way back in 1994. He won the first international gold medal for shot put in multi-disability championships held in Sydney, Australia, won the silver medal at the 4th Israel Open Badminton Championships, the first Indian athlete to represent our country at the 4th World Dwarf Games, won 6 medals, 2 gold, 2 bronze in shot put, discus throw, and badminton, singles and doubles. He won the gold medal again in shot put, silver medals in discus, and bronze medal in badminton events at European Open Championships, Northern Ireland in 2006. Then won the gold medal in discus throw and bronze medal in javelin throw at the 5th World Dwarf Games in 2009. His name has been entered in the Limca Book of Records for the highest number of medals at the 4th World Dwarf Games. He played a key role in getting international affiliation from International Wheelchair Basketball Federation, Canada. He has been the recipient of Padma Shri Award, Limca People Award, Eklavya Award, Kannada Rajyotsava Award. And my dear children of Sparsha, who could be a better role model to you all than Mr. Venkatesh in your lifetime ambitions? Can we have the spotlight on Mr. Venkatesh, please? So over to you.
Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for introducing me, giving me introduction.
Thank you, sir.
Privilege to see the watch Sparsha's video. I was thrilled. I am nowhere compared to your kids, the Sparsh kids. Really, I am very stunned the way the Sparsha kids are doing from ground to base up to this one. Where all they are done, all around their kids are there. Chartered accountants, engineers. What else, madam? I can't, my words are not coming. Really great to watch that this one Sparsha's activities, the philanthropies, like our Hinduja sir, many from abroad they have come for this big cause. Really, I thank them one and all for doing this mega project. So you must be knowing even our para people, his life is not so easy, but you have made them for all others, not only for differently able, for everyone. The life is you have made easy. Thank you very much, madam. My words are not coming today. I don't know what to tell, what to speak on this one after seeing this first video. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Your presence in itself is an inspiration for all of us. And we will probably have you interact with the children specifically so they can ask you a lot of questions.
Surely, I'm ready to do that. I'm eagerly waiting to come and meet all the kids, madam. I've visited so many for speeches, motivation speaks, but this one I come now know what to explain. I'll say punchline mine is count your ability, but not the disability. Here is the reverse. They are proving whatever in the field. Great. See, nowadays, I used to see this Bosco money. Only one, it was that organization was running. I came to know that it was not running properly, but Sparsha is doing a great job. I think, and one more thing, our differently able people are also means they are in this part. What really my words are not coming to speak today. Really pardon me, madam. Sorry, madam.
So your presence itself is so very motivating. I mean, we are touched by how deeply you are moved by the children of Sparshan by seeing the video. I think we would definitely invite you, and we can have a longer interaction. Yeah,
thank you, sir. Directly with the kids, not now, madam. Please.
You are our model, sir. You are our model, and you achieved everything. You showed the path to many people for how to win the life, and your life itself a lesson for all of us. And 100%, sir, it's a great privilege for having you in our program. Padma Shri is not that much easy, sir. You have reached to the peak of nation, and we are all honored to have you in our life. And we'll be one day. We need your time with our children. It will be a great honor for all of us. Thank you very much, sir.
Gopinath sir, really big salute for you. You have done a great job. Taking care of these kids is not so easy. The two all from different parts of this one. Really a big hats off to you. How for India this one? Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So we've also you've already seen one glimpse of the children and their cultural abilities. So we do have another short performance that's coming up by the children. This is a traditional form of art, Yakshagana, and they're trying to keep it alive. But what you will see now is a contemporary take on the art form.
ನಿನ್ನ ಪಾದದಲ್ಲಿ ಧೂಳಾಗಿ ನೀ ನಡೆವಾಗ ಕೇಳ ಚೆಲುವೆ ನೀನು ಮೆನು 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 ಗೋತಾರೆ ಜುಳು ಜುಳು ಹರಿಯುವ ರಸ ಜಲಧಾರೆ ನನ್ನ ಕಣ ಕಣದಲ್ಲೂ ನೀನೇ ನೀನೇ ತುಂಬಿರುವೆ ಮನಸಾರೆ ಬಡು ಕಾಡಿ ನೀ ಬರುವಾಗ ಸ್ವರ್ಗವೇ ನಾಚುತ್ತಿದೆ ಕೇಳ ಚೆಲುವೆ
ಹಂಸಗಮನೆಯೇ ನಿನ್ನ ಹಂಸದ ನಡಿಗೆಗೆ ನಡಿಗೆಗೆ ಸೋತೆ ಸೆಳೆಯುವ ಮಧುರ ಮಾತಿನ ಸೊಗಡಿಗೆ ಬೆಡಗಿಗೆ
ನೀನು ನಿಂತಲ್ಲೇ ನಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಂಪನೆ ಗಲ್ಲವಗಿಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಲುವಾಗ ತಲ್ಲಣವಾಗುತ್ತಿದೆ
ಕೇಳ ಚೆಲುವೆ
ಧಮನಿ ಧಮನಿ ಕರೆವಾ ಹೆಸರೇ ನೀ ತರುಣಿ ಕರೆವಾ ಹೆಸರೇ ನೀ ತರುಣಿ
ಕೋಮಲಾಂಗಿಯೇ ನನ್ನ ಮನದೊಳು ಇಣುಕಿದೆ ಕೆಣಕಿದೆ ಕೇಶರಾಶಿಯು ಇರುಳು ಆದರೆ ಮೊಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಬೆಳಕಿದೆ
ನಿನ್ನ ಮಾತಿನ ಪ್ರವಾಹದಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಳ್ಳಿನ ಪ್ರಭಾವ ಚೆಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಳಿಕೆ ನೀ ಸುರಿವಾಗ ನಂಬಲು ಆಗುವುದೇ
ಕೇಳ ಚೆಲುವೆ
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And to keep this organization running, we will need to get more support, and it's only through that can we achieve greater heights. So we can impact more people and keep the societal transformation journey on. So it's important for us, for you to extend some monetary support. So do contribute as much as you can. You will see the QR code as well, which works on the QR scanner or the Paytm. So you could use that or visit our website. I'm requesting Revati to lead us through the next segment.
Thank you so much, Mahalakshmi Madam. Eldrigu Namaskara. Good evening, everyone. So firstly, thank you so much for taking time off from your busy schedule and spending your Saturday evening with us. Thank you once again. And you heard from my seniors talking about how how Sparsha started with 5 children in a cowshed is reaching out to more than 10,000 beneficiaries every day. And this isn't possible without your support. So we request you to extend your support in whatever possible ways you can. It could be like supporting us with your technology skills, or like monetary support, or leading our team members and mentoring them, and also being a committee member in any of our initiatives. So we welcome all kind of support, and we are open for any feedback and suggestions that we can improve our initiatives and the programs. So as Mr. Chitbanu and Mr. Hemant presented to you our current initiative is Makaladama, the Residential Development Center for 450 children, and We Care for You, the initiative to support the children who have impacted by COVID. So these are the two major initiatives that we are seeking support for. But however, there are other projects as well. So you can always reach out to us for any queries, any details. We would be happy to share all the information. So you will see all the contact details in the chat box. You can reach out to us post this event. We will share the information with you. And now there are a couple of questions which is raised by a couple of them. So the first question is to Mr. Chitbanu sir. Like the question from Mr. Shivasadan, sorry, Satashivan, and his query is like, how do you contribute, and especially like how do you contribute from US? So if you can just help us with this answer.
Sure, thank you for the question. I think I'll just share my screen to briefly show you the various options. One is, if any of you would like to contribute right now, so you can see the QR code here on the screen. You can scan it from your mobile devices. If any of you have Google Lens or any other mechanism of scanning a QR code from your mobile, you just click on it and it will directly take you to the Donate Now section on Sparsha website. You can also click on the URL that is given at the bottom, or you can just sort of remember it. It's sparsha.org/donate, and it will take you to the Sparsha website. Just to acquaint you with the Sparsha website, this is how the website looks like. You go on the home page, and you actually can very easily navigate across different sections to understand the various initiatives that we work on, information about our background, our vision, people who support us, etc. And then specifically on the right side, you will see the tab Donate Now. If you click on that, it will take you to the Donate Now section, where you can click on the drop down. And if you would like to contribute to a particular project, say, for example, you click on Makkaladhama, then you add the amount, you add your details, the information reaches us. All the donations that come to us are handled with complete transparency. We are audited by an independent third-party audit firm. We go through various other frequent checks and balances to ensure that all the money that comes in is used in the correct form and for the right reasons. We are also happy to be in touch with you. If you would like to hear from us more often, write to us on our email ID that Revati just shared on in the chat box, and we will be happy to keep you updated through our periodic newsletters and updates about what we are doing in the organization. On the website itself, you will see another column for foreign citizens. If you click on that, it will open up the means for you to contribute from US or any other part of the world. In case you face any problems at any point or have more clarifications, reach out to us at sparshmag2020@gmail.com, or call us on the mobile numbers that we have provided, or WhatsApp us on those numbers. We will be more than glad to assist you and help you get connected with us. I want to highlight over here that while we are emphasizing financial contributions, and that's because financial contribution keep us running, your time, your presence, your feedback is equally important. Please do not mistake us for only focusing on the financial aspects of your association. We would love to have you at one of our children's centers. Please visit Nisargagrama. I can guarantee it will be a life-changing experience for you. Come spend some time with us, and then wherever you think you would like to contribute or get associated with us, it will be our pleasure to connect with you and partner on those lines. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Chitbanu sir. And Gopi sir, there is a question for you from Ms. Susanna. A query is, how do you prioritize or identify children families to be enrolled for the program?
Yeah, thank you, Ji, and it's a valid question. And yes, we have a field workers regularly. They will be in the field and identify children who are not going to school, children who are in like child labor or begging children. we identify them, and also we convince the parents to enroll the children. If not, then the child helpline. Child helpline is the right 1098 in India. If anyone calls 1098, immediately within an hour, anyone care, the government, the childline team will go and rescue the children and admit to our centers. Many through CWC. And there is a child welfare committee will be there in the district level. It's a government body. Through child CWC only, we have to get the children to our center. And in case if you get children to our center directly, even though then you need to go back to child welfare committee and give all the details to child welfare committee. So we have three options. One, directly we can get the children from the families or wherever the children have been problem, and 1098, through 1098 also we can get the children, or directly from the government also they send the children to us for to take care of the children. Thank you, Ji.
Thank you so much, Gopi sir. And everyone here, in case if you have any queries, you can raise your hand and we can take up the questions, please. Yes, Ashwindar ji, you raised your hand.
Yes, my question is that in case somebody wants to invest a regular amount every month, do you have a process where it can happen automatically through a I don't know how you will do it, but automatically it gets deducted and there is a form which we can use?
Sure. Chidbanu sir, would you like to take this question?
Ashwindar ji, thank you for suggesting thing. To the best of my knowledge, I do not think right now we have a mechanism of auto deducting something from your account, but we will work with some of our partners who help us with securing donations, and we will figure out if there is a way to do it.
This will help you a lot, because there are a lot of people who would like to invest regularly, and you can broad base a set of people who want to regularly donate, but because of time they can't, and then it doesn't happen. But this can help your organization a lot, because if you get say 10,000 people over a period of 2 years, even donating 1,000 rupee every month, that becomes a huge amount of money to achieve the objectives that Sparsh wants to achieve.
No, absolutely valid point. We will figure out ways of making this happen, and we will confirm to you as well as to all other participants about it. If you would like to specifically be notified once this is functional, if you could leave your email ID with us, we will get back to you one-on-one, but we will anyways post progress updates about this.
Yes, please let me know.
There's one question that has come, and that is to know about briefly about the vision and mission of Sparsha from Mamta.
Gopi sir?
Yes, Mamta ji. Vision is our main aim is to get every child back to school and also provide them good opportunities in the society to grow them in a good environment. That is what we are thinking, and also providing them a good opportunity to stay and create a good environment for them to enjoy their childhood and get a good education, and place them there to be in a good nation. That's what we are all working on. Mamta ji, thank you very much.
Gopi sir, one more question to you from Mr. Keshav. Plan to expand the model to other state? That's his question.
Yeah, we are from 10 years of our journey. I think now it's a time to scale up our all activities. Many activities now it's in the stage of scaling up, like our We Care For You, Makkaladama also. I think you all know that 2018 November, we did a inauguration of plan for Makkaladama. Makkaladama means a sanctuary for children. We never thought that we are going to, within 3 years, now it's getting realized. Now, 2018, there was zero, nothing. Now, by June next year, 450 children can enjoy their life in our premises. Like that, everything. Like last 4 months back, We Care For You, there was zero. We were not even thought that we are going to reach now 728 children in Karnataka, in 10 districts. Now we are planning to scale up across Karnataka. So all this is happening because of your support and trust on us. So anyway, there is a scope that we may scale up these activities across Karnataka and India also.
Thank you so much, sir. Mr. Nageshwaran, you have raised your hand.
Yeah.
Yes.
I have only one question. Can you not envisage infrastructural facility for your space requirements instead of going in for heavy investments, calling for large scale donations and all that? I don't know how far it is feasible, but anyway, you may probably think of it.
So I'm so sorry. If you could please repeat your question.
Hello, is it clear now?
Yeah, now you're audible. Yes.
Okay. Now my question is, can you not envisage infrastructural facility for your space requirements on a long-term lease or something like that? Because the funding required by you is of a large scale. I don't know how many people would come forward to donate so liberally in such a short time as you probably plan. So I thought probably this could be another option.
Yeah, I think it's a valid idea, sir. We are also using the government premises at present. The abandoned government buildings we are going to take and renovate it, and we are using. But in the long run, we are also creating both the models. Around 10 government schools we have adopted, and we are renovated, and we are also reusing it. In the same model, same place, we are also creating a long-term models where the children can enjoy their life. But based on the need, we are trying to adopt these models.
Okay, excellent initiative. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Any other questions, please?
I think we've just gone a few minutes over. So if people have questions, they can reach out to us and speak to us directly, is what I would feel. And at this point, I would also like to acknowledge the support that we have received from Blue Circle and its founder, Gautam Anand, for being a partner and providing their platform to broadcast this program. Thank you very much. And with this, we come towards the end of the session, and no session really ends without having heard our Murthy sir. So I'm requesting our light, our young at heart Murthy sir, to propose the vote of thanks.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Mahalakshmi, for those compliments. And good evening, everyone. I have this pleasant task of thanking for today's function. To begin with, we are grateful to Padma Shri K.Y. Venkatesh, who has willingly accepted our invitation and for giving his keynote address on behalf of 250 children who will be highly motivated after listening to you and looking at you. The trustees, volunteers of Sparsha, thank you very much for your kind presence. ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. We also have Rajan Hinduja sir, MD Gokuldas Export. More than that, he is our patron and has been guiding us in all our activities for the last 6-7 years. And Raghavan sir has given more details. Thank you, Rajan sir. We are indebted to you. Giriraj spoke so well. President First American India has been a long-time supporter of Sparsha. We thank you, sir, for your support and pray that you will continue to do so in future too. Vice President Operations, Consero Global, Sri Brijesh Agrawal has been an active supporter and participant in most of our activities. Thank you, Mr. Brijesh, for all your help and time. Like Mahalakshmi Madam said, the man behind the screen for successful conduct of program is Mr. Gautam Anand. This young man, the co-founder and director of Blue Circle, has been slogging for the last 15 days to produce this flawless program. Thank you, Mr. Gautam. Lastly, I thank all of you, including all the donors, to have taken time to participate in today's program. This has definitely pepped up our enthusiasm to work harder. Once again, thank you all. Sarve Jana.